Hi everyone, let's wait for 5 minutes and allow everyone to join the webinar, and then we'll start with today's webinar. Hi everyone, welcome to today's scheduled webinar by QloApps. My name is Deeksha and I'm the business analyst of QloApps. In this webinar, we are going to discuss the quick and easy installation process of QloApps. Also, if you will have any doubts or any queries throughout this webinar, then you can note it down and we will have a doubt session in the end of the webinar where we will answer all your doubts and queries. So let's start with today's webinar and learn how you can install QloApps on your own server. To install QloApps on your server, there are some prerequisites that you have to follow before starting the installation of QloApps. So let me first explain you what all are the prerequisites before starting with the installation of QloApps. The first thing is the requirement configuration. So basically, there are a few requirements regarding the server that you have to manage and fulfill before starting the installation of QloApps. We have already listed all the requirements of the server configuration which you have to fulfill in the dev docs of QloApps. I have also mentioned this particular link of the document in the description section. You have to check these requirements of server configuration and make sure that all the requirements regarding the server configuration are fulfilled to easily install QloApps on your server. So this is the dev doc of the requirements. Go through this dev doc, and once you have all the requirements fulfilled, then the next step is creation of database. So you will be requiring a database for the installation of QloApps. To create a database, you have to go on your database server. I'm using local server for now for the installation of QloApps, and this is my database server. So let's just log in to the server and create a database for the installation of QloApps. So this is the server. Let me just log in with my credentials. So once you will successfully log in to the database server, you have to create a new database. So let's just create a database. Click on the create button after naming, and that's how you have to create database for installing QloApps. So after we have checked all the requirements of server configuration and successfully created the database, it's time to download and install QloApps. You have to download QloApps, and for that you have to go on the website of QloApps, that is QloApps.com/downloads. From here you have to enter your basic details, that is your first name, last name and your email ID. And after you'll add all the details, just hit the download button and the file of the software will be downloaded in your system. Once you will complete the download of the software, the next step is extracting that file and uploading it on your server directory. So let me show you how you have to perform that. Let's first go in the system where we have downloaded the zip file of the software. So as you can see, this is the file of named as Hotel Commerce 1.6.0. This is the software file of QloApps. You have to extract that, and after extracting, you will receive a folder. In this folder, all the files and folders of QloApps software will be shown and provided to you. Now you have to copy all these files and folders of QloApps and you have to add them in the server directory in wherever you want to install QloApps. Now for today's installation process, I am using my local server and I have added all the files and folders of QloApps in this particular QloApps folder. After you will add all the files and folders in your server directory, you have to access the particular server through the URL from the browser. Now let's do that and see how you can start the installation of QloApps. For that, go on your browser. So as you can see, this was my local server and I have added all the files and folders of QloApps in the QloApps folder. Now to start with installation, you have to open this URL and the folder. So once you will hit the URL with the browser in which you have added all the files and folder, your installation process will start. So this is the page from where you will start the installation of QloApps. As you can see, there are various steps in the installation of QloApps. The first step is choose your language. So let's first select the language in which we want to complete the installation. So based on your native language, you can decide in which language you want to continue with the complete installation process. For now, I'm choosing English. Next is the license agreement. Here, all the details of the license of QloApps is mentioned. you can read all these details of the license and click on I agree to above terms and conditions to proceed further for the next step. After you have clicked on this checkbox, click on the next button to proceed further. The next step is the system compatibility. So here you have to check that all the system and the server configurations are met. So in the earlier part of the webinar, we discussed all the server configurations that you have to fulfill in order to successfully install QloApps. So you have to make sure that all your server configurations and all the requirements of server configuration are met. In case there will be any particular requirement which is not fulfilled, in such case, an error will be displayed to you here at this stage. So you have to resolve that and make sure that all the requirements of the server are fulfilled. Once all the requirements will be met, you will receive this particular message of QloApps compatibility with your system environment has been verified. So at the time you will receive this, you have to proceed next. So the next step is adding details about your website and your account. So with QloApps, you will be provided with your hotel website, and accordingly you have to add the details of your website and your details, personal details like your name, email ID, etc. So let's start and add all the details one by one. So the first field is website name. Here you have to add the name of your website. So you can write any name which you want to use as the name of your hotel website. I'm writing Hotel Prime for now. The next option is install demo data. So in case, by default, when you install QloApps, then there are two options in which you can install. First is without any demo data. So if you want to start from fresh and install QloApps without any demo data, and you want to add all the details of your property yourself, then you can select no with install demo data option. And if you want to install QloApps with the demo data so that you can have a reference of all the features and functions of QloApps and how you can use all the information in QloApps, then you can install QloApps with the demo data. So let's select yes for now. The next option is the country. So here you can select the country in which your hotel or the property is located. Make sure to select the country here based on your location. I'm selecting India for now. So once you select the country, then all the localizations including the language, currency, taxes and much more will be installed in QloApps based on the specific country which you are selecting here. So you can select the country, and after that comes the account details. So enter your first name, last name and email ID. Then we'll add password. So make sure to add all the account details, and this detail will be used to access the back office of QloApps. So after adding all your account details, we have to click on the next button. And the next step is database configuration. So in the start of the webinar, as you know, we have created a database and now we are going to use the same. So you have to add your database server address. My server address is localhost, so I've added it here. Then you have to add the database name. So I'm adding the database name which I've created. The next is the login details. So you have to add your login and your password of the database server, and then click on test your database connection now. So as you can see, if all the details as well as the database will be right, then database will be connected and you will receive this message. In case you will add wrong or invalid database login details, then the message of database server not found will be displayed to you. So make sure to add correct login details of your database server. So once your connection will be established, then we'll hit the next button and start the installation process of QloApps. So by using all the pre-filled details that we just did in the previous steps, the installation process will begin. It will take a few seconds to complete, and after completion of this particular installation process, QloApps will be successfully installed in your server. So let's just wait for a few seconds to complete this installation process. Now, as you can see, the installation is finished successfully, and after completing the installation of QloApps, you will be provided with two access. One is the access of back office and the other one is of the front office. The back office of QloApps provides you with the PMS through which you can add and manage your property as well as your hotel website. And the front office is where you will be provided with the hotel website integrated with the booking engine. So let me show you the front office and the back office. So once you click on Discover Your Website button, you will be provided with this website of QloApps, from where you can manage all the reservations of your hotel. And once you click on the back office, this is the back office of QloApps. At the time when the installation is finished, the email ID and password is what you will be using to log in to your back office. You can also print your login information for reference in future. Now, as you can see, there is an error, that is you have to delete the install folder. So after you'll complete the installation process, to access the back office, you can either delete or rename the install folder in your server directory. So you have to go in the particular server directory and delete this particular install folder. So let me just delete the same. So once we will delete it, as you can see, the login panel will be displayed to you, from where we will log in into the back office of QloApps. So once we'll add the login details, this is the back office of QloApps, which you will see. It contains various tabs through which you can manage very easily all the property as well as the website details. Also, as you can see, this is the admin URL of the back office. You can make the URL more friendly to read for yourself as well as users by changing the name of the admin folder, which is added in your server directory. But this current URL, as you can see, is better for security reasons, and that is why this is the admin URL for now. This is the complete installation process of QloApps, and if you have any doubts or queries in the process, then we will answer now. If you have any doubts or queries regarding the process or any other doubts related to QloApps, then you can write them in the comment box and we'll answer them. Thank you so much for joining in today's webinar. I hope you have learned how you can install QloApps on your server. I've also shared the link of download in the description box. You can check that and go and download QloApps for your hotel. Also, we have published QloApps installation process guide. You can follow this guide to install QloApps very easily. If you will have any further doubts or queries, please feel free to connect with us at support@QloApps.com, or you can even raise a ticket at webkul.ubdesk.com. Thank you and bye.